What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Taylor. Look at this thing, man. If you clicked on this video according to the title, this is the most majestic guitar. I think. I mean, look at it. That's the first title that came to mind when I set eyes on this guitar. Truth be told, I just saw this guitar and I really wanted to jam on one. Now, this video is sponsored by the homies over at Sweetwater as well as 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. I'll leave links down in the description below, but yeah, man, just check this thing out. It's fucking wicked nice looking.
Embarrassingly enough, a lot of people did say wicked, wicked smart, wicked cool, wicked fuck stupid, whatever the fuck.
Now this is the baritone version of this guitar. This guitar has a 26.5, and you know what, let me just read you the specs. This is the 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 Deluxe Atlantic Baritone in satin walnut. It is a solid alder guitar with a 3-piece maple and walnut set through neck. The neck shape is listed as C and has a radius of 14 inches. And the alder body has this satin finish and this walnut stain and this really killer looking binding. I mean, this binding is just, I don't know what else to call it besides majestic. The fingerboard is made out of ebony with mother of pearl abalone split block inlays, 22 Jessicar frets. The scale length is 26.75 inches, and it comes with a Tusque nut with a width of 1.6875 inches. On the hardware end, we have a Tune-o-matic bridge with a stop bar tailpiece, and these beautiful Grover 509 Super Rotomatic locking tuners. It's one of my favorite features of the guitar, to be honest. On the electronics end, we have two Seymour Duncan Seth Lever A4 humbuckers, two volume knobs, two tone knobs, and each tone knob comes equipped with a push-pull coil split. We have a 3-way toggle switch to switch between those pickups, and the guitar also comes with a hard shell case and a price tag of $1699.99. ML 26.5 inches might sound like a shorter scale length for a baritone guitar. I can assure you that it is very much a baritone guitar. I can tell because I have small hands and it's kind of a stretch for me to play. Now I have this guitar tuned to drop G sharp. It arrived to me in A standard. This is a 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 guitar, and when I was looking at these, I was like, wow, that's a really cool looking guitar. It is not my typical guitar style at all. But when I saw this guitar, it actually gave me like Imperial Triumphant vibes. Dude, this thing's like glued. I mean, there's tape on it too. I cut the tape, but like this is fucking glued together. Can I just open my box? Jesus. Oh my God, I need like a spatula or something. There we go, perfect. Okay. Little ingenuity there. Okay, insert. Oh, it's in a hard case. Yeah, buddy. Ha-ha! Look at that. It's in a nice hard case. Oh, there you go. Look at this. So this is their Atlantic series guitar in walnut, and I believe this is the baritone version. So like you can see, not my typical style of guitars, and really for the most part, I don't really use single cut guitars ever, but it just looked really cool. Ooh, that feels so nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, like I said, this reminds me of the band Imperial Triumphant. This doesn't make me think of dissonant black metal or anything, but the style of this guitar, like if you look at the tuners here, just the style of this guitar is like Art Deco, I believe, Art Nuevo, one of the arts. It reminds me of like 1930s Hollywood. Just look at these knobs. Look at like the detail. These are wood knobs. You can see the grain in there. Man, just classy. Now, I don't know what this thing's for. I keep making this joke and I don't think anyone's laughing at it, but it looks like an air compressor tip. You know, like something you would plug in an air compressor to, but I think it's just decorative. You know what I mean? It's just there to give this guitar this extra look, which is really what this guitar has going for it. But despite dropping the tuning a little bit and having a slightly shorter baritone scale length, the string tension is actually pretty amazing on it. I'm gonna do my best to demo this thing with my girl hands, but I probably should have opted for the 24/75 scale guitar. Let me call my Sweetwater rep.
Sweetwater.
Oh, hey, dude.
Oh, hey, Taylor, it's you again.
Yes, again, I know.
What do you need?
Yeah, so I messed up and I accidentally ordered a baritone guitar instead of a
Oh my gosh, can you get your one problems? Jesus, dude, can you just skip?
Yeah, I know. This is like the third time this week.
Well, do your viewers know yet?
Yeah, they're watching right now, waiting for me.
Why you do this?
I know,
man?
dude. My apologies. I have a very terrible memory. I misspeak all the time. It's probably too much headbanging and unga bunga riffs.
Well, we gotta do whatever's best for the viewers, so I'm gonna get one on a truck
Oh,
today.
you can get one out today?
Yeah, dude, I guess we'll save your video again.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you so much.
Metalheads.
All right, they're going to send out one of the standard scale length Atlantics for me to demo also. I'll leave a timestamp table of contents down in the description, you know, if you want to go view the different parts or whatever. But let's just chug on this thing until that one shows up, yeah? Let me tell you about the rig here real quick. I'm running through the Synergy system. I have the PV6505 module in here currently, and then I have a Fryette Pitbull module over there. We're not gonna use these modules. I have these in because I was experimenting for another video that's coming in the future. If you have any guesses to what that video is, leave it down in the comments. I'll give you a hint. But I think another reason that these guitars really appealed to me personally and kind of spoke to me is because they have this vibe to them, this Art Deco. I don't know what the art style is, but like that old 1930s, 1940s Hollywood style. That style is so nostalgic to me for some reason. It always has been, ever since I was a little kid. Is that metal? I don't know. Does it have to be? Can I just enjoy a guitar the way it is? Okay, let's swap these modules out real quick, and that way I can show you what the pickups sound like with a clean channel. We'll put something in that actually does cleans. We're going into the Synergy system. The first one that we're running into is the Fryette Deliverance. We're gonna use that primarily for clean tones, but maybe, you know, we'll experiment with some other stuff with that too. And then I also have the Bogner Uberschall module in there for the heavies to match this Bogner Uberschall cabinet. Of course, that's being powered with this Marshall EL34 100 power amp. We're miking up one of the vintage 30s in the Bogner Uberschall cabinet with an SE Electronics Voodoo Ribbon 1 microphone. That's what you're hearing. Okay, let's go through all the different pickup sounds on a clean channel. There's a lot of configurations here with dual coil splits. So, you know, we'll go through all of them. Here's the bridge. Bridge with the coil split. The middle position. The middle position with the coil split on the bridge side. Middle position coil split on the neck side. Middle position coil splits on both sides. The neck position. Neck with the coil split. Yeah, there's just a ton of versatility here. And not only is there a lot of versatility with the electronics on this guitar, and just the build quality of the guitar itself, I feel like is really aiding this, but there's so much resonance. Like this guitar really just rings for a while when you play it. It sounds really good and really, really thick. Let's go to some Chungus though, yeah? We're just gonna go straight to this Bogner module. It's a ton of fun to play. I don't know if that's coming across in the video. Like sometimes you can tell when I'm enjoying myself more than other times, but this is definitely one of those times I'm really enjoying myself and really enjoying just jamming on a guitar. You know, and another thing that I was messing around with too that I think is kind of cool is I actually have been coil tapping this neck pickup, very subtly bringing it in on the middle position. So here's the bridge. Here's the middle. Yeah, this is the combination right here, man. If you want some mean, growly chugs, this guitar, and then something, you know, like this that has some really mean, throaty mids to it. Oh my God, it just sounds so thick. Oh, That was quick. Put this guy down here. All right, let's go check out this other one. Yeah. Look at the size of this box, man. Hey, this one is not glued closed like the other one. That's nice. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, this is the black one. Look at this thing. Man, black and gold is even more spectacular looking. I don't know what it is, man. I'm normally a very extreme metal guitar guy. I mean, if you look at my rack of guitars over here, all metal guitars. But these guitars just do something for me. Ooh, God, this one's just, I would say this one's even nicer. Fuck me, dude. God, it's almost in tune too. So this one's a little bit different here. We have the gloss on the back of the headstock, and then the neck is satin, and then the body is gloss, and there's like that nice transition right there. But yeah, if you can see that, it's just like gloss, satin, and then gloss finish on the bottom. But before I get too carried away on finishes, let's just read the specs. This is a 𝐷'Angelico Deluxe Atlantic guitar. It is a solid alder guitar with a 3-piece maple and walnut set through neck. The neck shape is listed as C, but I think they could get away with calling this a thin C. It is a very thin, comfortable neck with a radius of 14 inches. The fingerboard material is made out of ebony with mother of pearl abalone split block inlays. We have 22 Jescar frets with a scale length of 24 3/4 inches. It comes equipped with a Tusq nut with a width of 1.6875 inch. I hate when they put the nut width in inches. On the hardware end, we have a Tune-O-Matic bridge with a stop bar tailpiece and the same honestly quite stunning Grover 509 Super Rotomatic locking tuners. On the electronic side, we have 2 Seymour Duncan Seth Lever A4 humbuckers, 2 volume controls, 2 tone controls. Each tone control has a push-pull coil split and a 3-way toggle pickup switch to switch between the pickups. It also comes with a hard shell case and a price tag of $1699.99. And of course, it's a 24 3/4 inch scale, which is better for my little baby hands. I just want to plug this in right now and test it out, and then we'll go set it up in my normal C standard tuning. Just sounds really beautiful. All right, let's do some chungus here real quick. All right, those of you that have been around the channel for a while know what's going on here, but to those of you that are new, hey, what's up? Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna go over this guitar, I'm gonna set it up. I will point out anything that needs to be pointed out, but with a guitar like this, I don't think I'm really gonna have a whole lot to talk about. But anyways, let's get to it. Okay, so I have the strings off, and there's not much to talk about here other than the craftsmanship and how good it is. I mean, if you look at like these frets, the fretwork is top notch. Look at this fingerboard too. This fingerboard is like already oiled up really, really well. There's not much I can do. I mean, I am gonna clean it here, just for posterity, but I don't think that it necessarily needs it. Everything feels super solid. The hardware looks really good. I'm debating taking this plastic off the pickguard right now. There are some small scratches in it, but it's really not that noticeable. And to be honest with you, it'd probably be fine to leave it on for a while until it got really bad and really noticeable, so I'll probably just end up leaving this on. FYI, for C standard, I use Ernie Ball Beefy Slinkies. Not much else to say about it. All right, let's get going. I just remembered that I bought those digital calipers so I can quantify that C neck profile for you in a way that's just more than a letter, so let's check this real quick. Okay, so at the first fret here, 20.68 millimeters. Up here at the 12th fret, 22.08. Now there's a lot of things that come into play with neck profiles, like specifically shape, and I know they always use a letter to signify the shape, but that doesn't tell you the whole story. And even just telling you the thickness of the neck at each one of those frets doesn't tell you the full story either, because I can tell you from playing this guitar that it feels thinner than those measurements say, but I digress. Okay, everything is strung up. It's tuned to C standard. It's intonated. Everything went fine. These tuners are incredibly smooth. I actually had a little bit of a hard time adjusting the tuning on this guitar because these things are so smooth and so sensitive. It's not a bad thing. I'd say that's a good thing, but I guess when you're used to using junky tuners, you know, nice ones really stand out to you. And I did not adjust the neck at all. I think we're gonna be okay. I did check for any buzzing on any of the frets. I didn't really hear any. I'm sure probably a lot of you are aware, but for those of you that aren't, I basically hold down the 22nd or 24th fret down here and then the first fret here. And then I check like how much space there is in between the 12th fret and the string. And this is just like maybe enough to slide a business card through. The other thing is you can eyeball it. You can look down the neck like this. And when I look down, I see the slightest amount of relief, meaning the neck is coming this way, but it's very, very slight. It's pretty straight. And I would adjust the string height here, but I honestly don't think I need to. I think it's set up pretty good. Time to go do some chugs. I have this set up in C standard, the tuning I typically would play in on this channel. Some few things here about the setup, but let's actually go to this Deliverance distorted sound. This guitar just has this really beautiful resonance. I feel like you can hear it more with the Deliverance module because there's just less saturation. I'm just really having a great time playing this guitar, man. Let's go back over to the 𝐒𝐏𝐄𝐒𝐈𝐀𝐋. Okay, I have some opinions here that I just kind of want to at you right now. Despite being a 24 3/4 inch scale length guitar, I feel like this guitar has a longer scale. Like, I don't know what it is. I know that might be totally psychological. I'm willing to admit that. But both of these guitars feel like they have a little bit longer of a scale length to me. Also, both of these guitars feel like they have a thinner, slimmer neck to me than they actually do. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Like I said, the neck profile could have something to do with that. You could call this neck a thin C and I would be like, yeah, it's a thin C. And I mean, when I measured it earlier, it was significantly thicker than something like, you know, my Jackson necks or something like that I normally play, but I can't tell. Take that for what it's worth. I think out of both of these guitars, I prefer the normal scale black guitar for a couple reasons. Number one, just the aesthetics on this guitar. I really like the black and the gold hardware. I really like the neck transition on this one. Just going from that high gloss finish into the satin neck and then having the gloss up here at the headstock. I don't know, something about those details just really speak to me. And like I said, with both guitars, you have the aesthetics, you have the tuning knobs, you have the truss rod cover, just the whole vibe of the guitar just speaks to me in a way. And as I collect more and more guitars, playability, you know, staying in tune, things like that, these are just like the bar, you know? That's just the minimum. The things that are becoming more and more important to me are like the aesthetics and the vibes they give me. Like, do I feel something? Does it speak to me? Do I want to keep it in my do I want to carve out room in my personal space to keep this guitar in my collection? You know what I mean? Those are the things that matter to me. And I think if I'm trying to be objective here and I'm trying to justify keeping this guitar in my collection, which I am, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, but I think that I would keep this for tracking and really layering guitars because it sounds pretty unique to most of the guitars that I own. And especially with the different pickup configurations down here, you just get a lot of really interesting tones out of it. So I think it could come in handy as like a studio guitar. At least that's what I'm telling myself to keep it. You know, maybe the honeymoon will wear off. I don't really know. We'll have to see what happens. All right, shout out to Sweetwater and 𝐷 for sponsoring this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button. If you really like what I do around this channel, consider subscribing or being super OP and joining these beautiful people over here on Patreon. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.